Hey! It has been a day.
Welcome back to another episode of Brown Conversations. Welcome to the replay for those of you who are watching the replay. My God. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Y'all,
Happy Monday.
It was so much stuff going on behind the scenes, but we are here. We made it. We are excited to be here as always. So definitely see y'all in here. Make sure that you are coming into the room. If you are here for the live, go ahead and type live for us so we know that you are here. If you are here for the replay, type replay in the comments so we know that you are tuning into the replay. We definitely want to welcome you to Brown Conversations. This is our virtual platform where we talk about all things brown girl related. We are here to connect you to other like-minded women and give you a platform to share your voice in the brown conversations that matter to us and those we care about. So we invite you to follow Beautiful Brown Girls and follow us individually as we take this journey through life. My name is Kimberland, and I am actually on location today. Today I am in Nashville. What up, Tennessee? I have my Fisk earrings on to honor the legacy of the Fisk University. So I am here working and on location for the show. I'm an educator, I'm an author, I'm a life coach, and tonight I am one of your hosts.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. My sister's watching. Hey, Maria. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. My name is Sab. I come to you out of Dallas. I am a B2B marketing professional, podcast host, sister to Maria, sister to Tawanda, daughter to Barbara, sister to Sybil. So glad that you are here. We got a lot to talk about, and I am ready to get into it. But before we get into that, we got to get into our announcements, right?
Yes. So the first announcement, we want to acknowledge our first time viewers.
Oh, yeah.
So if this is your very first time hanging out with us on Brown Conversations, go ahead and type first time in the comments so that we can honor you. We love when we have new people joining us. And if you're always here with us, you are a part of our BBG family. Go ahead and type hey beautiful in the comments so that we can acknowledge you as well. Also, make sure that you've introduced yourself, that you let us know where you are watching from, and go ahead and tag some of your friends in the comments because y'all, we got all kind of stuff to talk about tonight. So we need to make sure we get everybody in the room. Look at all these first timers. Yes. So we have Kaylee, that's here for the first time. We have Shar and Joy are here for the first time. We also have Denise. Eleanor is here for the first time. So, spirit fingers for y'all. We love it when we have new people. Y'all go ahead and tag your people so that they can get here as well. We always have a wonderful time here at Brown Conversations. So they don't want to miss it, okay? They want to come on and hang out in the pot tie. Oh my goodness. We have someone here from Japan. Hello there, beautiful.
Konnichiwa.
Yes, konnichiwa. What else do I know in Japanese? Ohio. That means good morning. What time is it there in Japan? I don't know. Did I ever tell you how I know how to speak Japanese?
How you know how to speak Japanese?
Because I watched Big Bird Goes to Japan when I was a kid, and there was a song, and they were like 1, 2, 3 is itchy knee song. Itchy knee song, itchy knee song. Ohio is good morning. That's my favorite one. And 1, 2, 3 is itchy knee song.
Wow, that's awesome. Like, I've never heard that. I did watch Sesame Street. I did watch Barney. I did watch Teletubbies. So I don't remember a lot of those songs, but that's dope that even as a kid, I don't know if you watch it now, but even as a kid, that it still is ingrained in that educational mind of yours to remember those stuff.
Yes, I'm gonna look for it on YouTube. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
We can't play it on here because we might get shut down.
No, not on here. Just for my personal.
Try to stop you.
No, for my personal remembrance.
Shut us down because you were singing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. for my personal remembrance, I'm going to look it up so that I can go and hang with La Chocolatina in Japan. Okay. So, yes, we need to make sure. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting us off track. Okay.
I don't either. I don't remember that song either.
Beryl said Kimberly got bars. Okay. All right. So we do have some announcements that we want to make. I have a really big announcement, but I think I'm going to hold mine to the end of the show. But don't let me forget that I have a really, really, really big announcement that I want to announce. So we want to first, we asked you all, sorry. Oh, it's 9:00 in Japan. Okay. All right. See, she knows the song. Okay. Get focused. Sorry, I'm acting like Tabitha Brown right now. Okay, so we do have some announcements that we want to share with you all, and we want to make sure that you're connected with us on our members network, because that's the place that you're really going to be able to get connected. So, Sab, you want to go ahead on and throw those announcements out before we get started?
Yeah. So our Girlfriends Getaway, our 2022 Girlfriends Getaway, has been announced in the members only community. And if you go ahead, so it's members only. So if you go ahead and sign up now, you get $100 off. Where are we going? I don't even know. So
you got to go to the members network to find out.
I don't even know. But if you go and sign up now, so if you saw the pictures in the members community, and if you saw the pictures in the BBG community, you saw what an amazing time that they had in Miami. Was it Miami? I like to say Miami. I know it's Miami, but I say Miami. In Miami. So they had the flower crowns, and they did the workshops, and it looked like a beautiful time. Beautiful time. So if you want to keep that level of energy going or join that level of energy, go ahead and sign up right now at the members only community. And if we can get that link here for you.
Yep, we'll get that into the comments, so we'll pin it for you. It's also scrolling along the bottom of the screen. So when you go to the members network, you'll be able to see that. It's at members.beautifulbrowngirls.com. And then we also have book club just got announced, and this has been going on for a while. So this is the book. Y'all, can y'all believe it's August?
Yes. Everybody say that all the time. They're just like, oh, the year's going by. It's like, no.
I can't. I'm just struggling with this. Year's just flying by. But anyway, so this month's book is While We Were Dating by Jasmine Guillory. Kylie said her book arrived today. Yes. So you may be asking yourself, I want to read a book. How can I be reading books? Well, you got to go to the members network, right? So the members network is our place free from the algorithm where we're able to be our beautiful brown selves and really just exist and in all of our brown goodness, right? So if you go to members.beautifulbrowngirls.com, again, you can get connected, y'all. There are so many things that we have going on. We can't even name it all. I'm talking Zumba classes, cooking classes, wine tastings, painting,
flower arranging,
sister networks, flower arrange. Like, it's so much stuff going on in the members network. So if you have not gotten connected, we need you to go now. Well, not right now, because we own, unless you open a new window. But don't leave us. Okay. All right. So members.beautifulbrowngirls.com. That's how you're going to be able to get connected, get our merch, get all of the VIP things that are happening in the members network.
So I know today is back to school for a lot of people. I know Beryl, our producer, talked about it was back to school for her kiddos. And I know it's back to school for a lot of kiddos today. And I didn't realize that August 2 was back to school for a lot of educators. And I thought September was the thing. Like, is it because they pushed everything back to COVID and they're trying to push everything? I don't know. I'm not a parent, but geez, they ain't even done with the summer.
Yeah, so shout out to all of our educators, right, who are going back to school and in pre-planning right now, getting ready for kiddos or already back in full swing. Shout out to all the parents that are happy that school is back in. I saw a post the other day. They were like, excuse me, teachers, I'm about to drop your nieces and nephews off tomorrow. Okay. So shout out to all of you all. Yes, it is school time, back to school shopping. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead on and get it done, because it's time to get them babies back in school. All right, we got things to learn, and they got people to see. Okay, I know they miss their little friends and stuff, so it is back to school time.
And have you ever heard of Minority Mental Health Month?
I have.
I didn't know it was Minority Mental Health Month. I just learned this yesterday, that it was Minority Mental Health Month. So I just wanted to put that out there. I don't have a lot of information on it, but I will do my due diligence and learn about it. And I would implore you all as well, because we talk about mental health and mental wellness here on the show. But I just wanted to make a special note that it is Minority Mental Health Month. I saw this because Therapy for Black Girls host Joy Harden Bradford was talking about it yesterday on the Strong Black Lead platform yesterday. And I just thought that that was worth a mention. So there you go.
Yes, and y'all know we always have a mental health moment here at Beautiful Brown Girls. It is something that is super important to us. So as minorities, you know what? I'm gonna stop calling us minorities. The other day, somebody said that we actually should be saying global majority, because the truth be told, the white people are the minorities. We, people of color, BIPOC, whatever y'all want to call it, are the global majority. So I'm not going to say minority anymore. I'm going to say global majority because it makes me feel empowered. I just thought I would put that nugget out there.
Thanks. That's going to take a little rejiggering of mind practice for me to continue to say that. But thanks for putting that out there. All right. So let's go ahead and get started and talk about the new movies and new films that we like to bring to you. So whether they're coming out now or next month or in a couple of months or so, we're bringing them up just because we think that they're worth talking about. So Yaya DaCosta, does that name sound familiar? Yaya DaCosta.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. I don't want to assume that people don't know who she is, but Yaya DaCosta, she's one of the former America's Next Top Model contestants. And she will be starring in a new Fox drama called Our Kind of People. Isn't that a song? With Yaya DaCosta, and Lee Daniels is the helm of that. So I'll go ahead and give you, and it comes out on Fox on September 21. And I'll go ahead and give you a brief synopsis of it. It says, the aspirational world of Oak Bluffs in Martha's Vineyard, a historical stronghold where the rich and the powerful Black elite have come to play for more than 50 years. Our Kind of People follows strong-willed single mom Angela Vaughn DaCosta, I apologize if I mess up her name, as she sets out to reclaim her family's name and make an impact with her revolutionary hair care line that highlights the innate natural beauty of Black women. When I read that synopsis, I was like,
come on, Hair Caroline.
Yeah, and Martha's Vineyard too. I want to go there one day too and just sip on a bunch of. So yeah, so look out for that, September 21 on Fox. I'm sure we'll be doing more talking about it as it comes closer. The next one is Yaya. Sorry,
I'm just appreciating the goodness and go ahead.
She's beautiful. She's a beauty. So Wonder Years. Do y'all remember that? Wonder Years with Kevin, I think was his name, Kevin Arnold, played by, I forgot his name. But anyway, so Don Cheadle is set as the narrator for ABC's The Wonder Years reboot. But the jig with this one is it's going to be a Black family. Don Cheadle instead of a white family. And this comes out on September 22. On ABC, and the synopsis is the reboot of the classic 1980s family drama is set in the same era as the original. If you've watched the original, it's the coming age story of a 12-year-old Black boy in Montgomery, Alabama in the late 1960s, as told by his adult self, Don Cheadle. It looks at how the Williamses a Black middle-class family in Montgomery, Alabama in the turbulent late 1960s made sure that it was their Wonder Years too. So yeah, it's the reboot. The narrator is going to be Don Cheadle. If you guys remember the Wonder Years, Kevin Arnold, Kevin Savage, both iterations are going to be narrated by the lead character Cheadle. I was a fan of the Wonder Years. What about you?
Me too. I
Yeah.
used to watch The Wonder Years. Annalise says she didn't watch it, but she'll watch the Black version. I definitely used to watch it. I feel like it wasn't a lot of Black shows back then, like coming of age type shows. But I used to watch The Wonder Years. But I'm excited about this.
Yeah.
This will be very interesting.
Do we have a picture of the Black family to show? Can we show that? If we have it, I would love to show it. We should have it. I hope we have it. If we don't, I just want to show y'all the picture of this. Look at that. Look at that. Can we just bask in that for a moment?
I'm here for it.
But it's just a beautiful family. I'm really excited for it. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I hope you ladies and or gentlemen are too. All right. So the next, we wanted to bring this one up. This one doesn't come out until November 19th. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us have seen the clips going around on the internets. The clip King Richard, and it's the trailer for the fall biopic of what is it? King Richard is the father of Serena and Venus Williams' that name. And it's the first trailer for the fall biopic, showcases the two-time Oscar nominee Will Smith as the lead. He's playing Richard Williams, the father, and showcasing him in the early coaching days of the famed sisters, Serena and Venus. And the film is positioned to depict the pressures and the uphill battle that the two young Black girls faced at the start of their careers. And as I mentioned earlier, this doesn't come out until November 19th, and it'll come out on HBO Max for 31 days until following the theatrical release. So when it comes out, we'll have time to look at it at home if you're still not comfortable going out into the theaters just yet. But if you've seen the clip, and ladies, let us know if you've seen any of the clips and let us know what you think. If you seen it, and are looking forward to
see it.
Serena and Venus signed off on this. Like, they signed off on this.
Yeah.
There was a tinge of commentary out there. There's always different commentary out there, but did you see it, Kimberly? I
did, and I'm super excited about it. I love when we have movies that honor people while they're still here. So I think that it is super amazing that Venus and Serena are here. Their dad is here. And I did see that Will Smith said that he's had the opportunity to make movies a few times while people were still alive. So Pursuit of Happiness, he also made Ali while Muhammad Ali was still alive. So now he has the opportunity to make this one. I am a Will Smith fan. I really feel like he is an amazing actor. And what I did notice, I remember, I don't know if you all follow him on Insta and stuff. He's hilarious, by the way, if you don't. But he had said he wanted to lose weight. He was like, I done gained all this COVID weight and I want to lose weight and blah, 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 blah. But in the trailer, he's significantly larger. So I'm like, oh, he must have gained weight for the movie.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to come out last year, but then COVID. So now it's coming out. But I'm excited. Beryl says she's taking a group of young girls to see it. How empowering to have little girls go and see Venus and Serena. It reminds me of a Hidden Figures or something like that, something for young Black girls to aspire to. So I'm really excited about it.
But this one, as we know, this one doesn't. It centers around him and the father and what he had to do as a.
But the girls are in it.
Yeah, they're in it. But this is about the father, and I know there was some commentary surrounding, well, why is it about the father and not the girls? And they, rightly so. You want to, because there's a story to be told, essentially.
Right.
Period. There's a story to be told. Serena and Venus, I'm sure they have, if not already, have many documentaries, but there's just a story to be told. And I'm interested to see this story.
Yeah. I realize there are lots of little girls that may decide that they want to play tennis because of this movie. So it is inspirational for little girls because it's the story of Venus and Serena's dad. So yeah, I think it's cool. Right.
So I skipped one. My apologies. I wanted to talk about this one. This one doesn't come out for a whole year. So Jordan Peele is back with his upcoming project called Nope. Just nope.
And that's what the post was. It was literally, nope.
Can we show this poster as is, because I want to see if people are able to see it, because that's what we got right now, because it's this picture poster shrouded in mystery, and we know his track record for making imaginative, ambitious horror movies similar to, was it Get Out? No, Us.
Get Out was horror.
What about Us?
Real life horror. Us too.
So this one, I don't know nothing. We don't know anything about it, but similar people that like Daniel Kaluuya, help me out
Kaluuya, and Keke Palmer.
And Keke Palmer are starring in this one. So Daniel from Get Out and Keke Palmer from Scream, and Steven Yeun from the Walking Dead and Invincible. The poster in itself and just his track record with movies and film and horror, not Black trauma, is getting me excited to see this. So
yeah,
what do y'all think? Are y'all like,
I'm intrigued.
Would you go see it?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it's about, right? But just from this, I trust Jordan Peele. I feel like he does a really good job. And you know what I think is really interesting is he started his career as a comedian. He is not going to be remembered for that. Like, he is going to be remembered for these movies that he makes, these groundbreaking movies. So, yeah, I don't really do horror like that, but I feel like his horror isn't like gory type horror. It's more with this real life twist. Yeah, like kind of thing. Maybe it's a thriller. Maybe that's the genre. It's more thriller than horror. But yeah, I do. I want to go and see it. So I'm interested to see what he rolls out to kind of keep teasing us about it.
Key and Peele? You don't think he's gonna be remembered by Key and Peele?
No.
It's still on rotation. I would love me some.
I agree, but I think his legacy is going into like a Spike Lee, Steven Spielberg type of thing. No, I think he is not going to be in the history books for being Key and Peele. It's this that I think is really going to be his mark. The man is talented. He is good at this.
Yes, I agree. All right, so this next one, I feel like you probably know this one more than I do. The Game. So they're coming back and they're adding 3 new cast members. Was it? No, the more cast members were announced. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not familiar with like these faces. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just like, who are they? But they're adding new people. But the original cast is coming back so far. So like, is it Wendy Raquel? So Tasha Mack, Malik Wright. Like, I don't know these names, but I'm looking at my notes and I'm just like, I don't know.
You don't know whose names? The original characters of the game? Ma'am!
I'm sorry. I didn't know. Melanie?
What is happening here?
Maybe.
Oh, I don't know. My goodness. So tell the people who's coming back, please, so that they'll know. Can't with you sometimes. I just be so ready to.
Wendy Robinson, she plays Tasha Mack. Hosea Sanchez, I remember him. He played Malik. He was a football player. Brittany Daniel, she's Kelly. She's the white woman. And then Pooch Hall. I think he was also
Derwin. He was Derwin. Did you watch the game? Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me take this off this screen for just a second. Ma'am, did you watch the game?
No, guys, sorry.
But maybe passively.
Maybe passively.
Listen, hush. I'm gonna talk to the people because okay, Lakeisha's like, girl, she jacking this up. I done trusted her to do this part. Listen, so like, the people that are confirmed that are coming back are Tasha Mack, Derwin Davis, Malik, Kelly, and is it one more person?
My notes says you said
I can't remember, but this is what we want to know.
Wendy, Hosea, Brittany, and Pooch Hall. So those 4 are coming back.
So those 4. So then the question is, who they need to bring back though? Because this is my question. How you gonna bring back Derwin without med school?
Who's med school? Melanie, right?
How you just be quiet.
Okay. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you.
I just want to air fight you right now because I just can't believe you didn't watch.
I'm gonna let you cook.
How you gonna bring Derwin back without med school? How you gonna bring Kelly back without Jason Pitts? Like, what we doing? Somebody put Rick Fox in here earlier. Like, Rick Fox and Tasha Mack was getting it in. Even I would even have Brandy come back. Y'all, we need to petition them. I'm about to mute your mic. I want to fight you so hard right now. I want to fight you so hard.
Just keep going.
I want to fight you so hard right now. Stanza, med school was the core. Didn't Melanie and Derwin get married? Like, how is he gonna come back without her? Like, are they gonna say that they got a divorce? Like, what? So I don't know if I'm in for this reboot, right? I loved the game. Like, I definitely used to watch it religiously. Yeah. I even gave it an attempt when it went over to BET. They kind of jacked it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I'm just confused of how we not going to have the originals back in the reboot.
This doesn't come out until, let's see. I don't know. I don't have a date, but I feel like it's going to be a while here. So it's probably just a matter of like contract negotiations right now. Seriously, I think that's just what it is.
Oh, I forgot. Derwin did have a baby with old girl. I don't remember her name, but I was mad at her for a long time. Like, she be in other shows, and I was like, I can't even with chicks. She a home wrecker. Like, she really sold that role. Oh man, I don't know though, y'all. We got to figure out what's going to happen here. Lakia said somebody needed a paycheck, so they begged for this.
I mean, maybe, so this is going to be on CBS. Yep, they announced several new
CBS!
Several new cast members joining the service.
Yes! Yes! Okay.
Okay,
so maybe CBS got pulled, so maybe they can get the people back. Listen, CBS, if you're listening, okay, so y'all, we're about to write a letter to CBS. Hey, CBS, if you're listening, we need you to get med school back on, okay, and we need you to get we can probably do. I don't know what y'all think about Jason. Like, should he come back or not? Yeah. Okay, so we need Jason back, and then we also need. I'm petitioning for Brandy. I feel like Brandy was a good ad.
I do. Like I want to be down, Brandy.
Yeah.
I thought so. I know that one. Yeah.
So listen, y'all, put in the comments who y'all want to see come back, because we are going to write we're gonna petition CBS because they got the pull. Okay, so we're gonna be like, hey. Listen, get the people up in here so that we can get this back, right? So we can restore the game, because without them, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. Callie said team med school. Everybody's saying med school. Hey, CBS, y'all listening? We got to get med school. Okay.
Did she ever finish med school?
Get back in here.
Did she ever finish med school?
That's a good question. Did she?
I mean, it seemed like she'd been in med school for a minute. It's only 4 years. I'm just wondering, unless you're like a resident, in the fellowship, because I watch Grey's Anatomy, so I know that.
I can't with you. Okay. So y'all drop it in the comments. We move it on, but we're gonna collect these comments, so we are sending out our petition. Okay, so just so you know. Okay,
put the notice.
Right, we're done with that. We got a little.
Yes, you're on notice.
All right, cool.
All right, so Patti Labelle wants Fantasia to play her in her biopic. Should that come to fruition? I don't know if this is a thing being talked about. I imagine that it is a thing being talked about. But Patti LaBelle said she would like to see Fantasia play her in a biopic. The godmother of soul wants Fantasia to play her in a biopic. I was looking at when we were doing our rundown last night, I was looking for a good person who else would be able to play Patti. Like most people would probably think
Patti,
Jennifer Hudson, but
it's not the same.
But I'm thinking like in terms of just vocal range, like big range. I don't know. What are we looking for when we're looking for that? This is just me going off the cuff. Like when you're looking
for Patti is like Patti, yes, sings, but Patti is like extra as far as her performance, right? So I see Patti, like I said, she flying, she kicking her shoes off, you know, she right? That's Fantasia all day. Okay. That is Fantasia all day. I feel like Jennifer Hudson playing Aretha is like, that's her zone.
Yeah.
But I feel like Fantasia would be a good fit. Jennifer said, no shade, they're both loud. So it would be a good fit. No, and I know what she means because Fantasia be doing all that hollering. You know, oh, Beryl said, what about Lettucey?
Ooh, that would be a good one. That would be a good one vocally. I don't know if she can act.
I was about to say, can she act? Has Fantasia been in movies besides her own?
No, she couldn't play her own self. Sorry, Fantasia. I love you.
That was a long time ago. She might have got some acting lessons since then.
You're right.
You know, if we keep having Beyonce act, oh Lord, Christina gonna kill me. If we keep signing Beyonce up for stuff, and let me tell you, she played the same character in every movie, and I loves B. But she ain't it when acting, okay? But I feel like we should give Fantasia another chance.
Yeah. I haven't seen her in any films, though. Has she acted since?
Linda said Fantasia's in The Color Purple. So she went on Broadway.
Okay.
She ready. Ready. Okay. I'm here for it.
I like that.
I'm here for it.
So... next we have, you guys remember?
Christina put bees in the comments. She about to come and get
you. About to come sting you. So you ladies remember Winston Duke, Mr. Fine M'Baku. So M'Baku, he is going to voice Bruce Wayne in a Batman podcast series. I'm a huge podcast fan. I always talk about podcasts on here. So I'll definitely be tuning into this. So it's going to be a podcast series that M'Baku, Winston Duke, is going to do. And the Tobago-born actor will voice the Batman's Bruce Wayne in a new podcast series. So we all know Duke. He's famously known for M'Baku in the Black Panther, and he's going to voice the Batman voice in Batman in Unburied, which is a Spotify podcast series. And the podcast is described as a psychological thriller that dives into the mind of Bruce Wayne and features dark twists and classic Batman villains. Yeah, I would definitely tune in. We're in that whole space of just audio, quick, on the go type content. And I think this would do well. And I don't know his voice as far as like audio.
Honey, he can talk to me. Okay. I don't care what he is talking about. Is
that your M'Baku voice?
To me. Okay. Just saying, in case there was any question. Okay.
All right. So speaking of podcasts, more on podcast. So Jemele Hill, we all know Jemele Hill. If you don't know who she is, she's a former ESPN host. She's the host of her own podcast called Unbothered. She is the host of another show with Carrie Champion, a podcast, I believe. But anyway, she's doing big things. So ever since she left ESPN, she's been doing her own thing and just moving on up in the world. And she is creating her own podcast network on Spotify. And I mentioned before that she does currently have a podcast called Unbothered. I listen to it passively, not often, but I do listen to it. She does have a lot of good hosts. But anyway, she's creating her own network called, I don't know the name of it, but it's going to elevate Black women. That's the main thing, is like, it's going to elevate Black women. It's likened to Charlemagne the God from the Breakfast Club and his network called the Black Effect Podcast Network. The Black Effect Network, yeah, on iHeartRadio. So it's similar to that, but Jemele, her podcast network is going to elevate Black women. So she's going to have a lot of content from Black women, amplifying Black women. I love this. Like, I don't need to see more. It's like a podcast, like, because podcast gets millions and millions of views and listens. So for this to be a space that she wants to dive into to help amplify other Black women's voices, I'm here for it. I absolutely here for it. I'm an avid podcast listener. What about you, Kimberlyn? I know you're not an avid listener, but what do you think?
I'm not an avid listener, but I actually have podcasts as well. Let's write a love letter to Jamel. Dear Jamel, if you are looking for content and people to elevate, Sav and I are here for you, boo. Okay. This is dope. No, I think this is really dope. I'm all about elevation of other Black women and using a platform to build others up. So, and I love Jamel Hill. She keeps it REAL, real, honey. Okay. So I appreciate her, and I think this is pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. So next, our favorite of faves, Issa, help me with this. Issa married now. Issa married. Issa Rae is married now. I was trying to figure out a good segue, like Issa married now, but that didn't work out. So Issa Rae marries
Issa Bride.
There, she marries her longtime beau. Is it Louis Dame in a private ceremony in the south of France? And when I first saw this, Kimberlyn, ladies, I was like, is she for real? Is that fake? Is that like a photo shoot? Because I
know I was trying to figure it out because she had said her caption was something
impromptu. Like it was an impromptu photo shoot. That's what she said.
Yeah. So then I was like, wait a minute. But then Essence had posted an article and they were like, it's official. And I was like, sis, you better. Okay. You better.
Gorgeous. She looked.
Well, listen, I had no idea. I remember when Yvonne Orji was talking about when she was with her ex, she was talking about like her and Issa and how they were wanting to be married and all that kind of stuff. Like I had no idea that sis was with somebody, that sis was about to be married. But let me tell you something.
What? I mean, we kind
of. What you think about this popping up thing? Because she didn't post no pictures of him.
Well, we knew she was engaged. We knew she was engaged. A lot of people knew she was engaged because about a year or so ago, she popped up on the cover with a wedding ring. So people were speculating and people knew something, but she didn't put a PSA out there to let people know she was married. Okay, go ahead, continue.
So what I'm wondering, because this my type of flavor right here, okay? Like I done told y'all times before and I'm gonna tell you again. When I'm just gonna pop up and like just be doing something, be like, look what I did this weekend, right? Because I really feel like people feel like they need to be in on your business and they don't really need to be in on your business as far as I'm concerned. So I was all about the moving in silence. Okay. I was here for it. All right. Like Irma said, like J-Lo, how many times she done announced they had to cancel and announced they had to cancel, announced they had to cancel. Like I ain't saying nothing, okay? I'm just showing up just like this. I was here for this. I was like, girl, you better show up, honey. Once the ink is dry on the paper, that's when you tell the people what happened.
Can I tell you, I'm one of those nosy. I don't look for people when they get married, but I do. So I agree with you with that, Kimberlyn, but I do see on a lot of people's timeline in my network when they are married, not a lot, but a number, when they're married, and then maybe like a year or two later, they're not married. And you know that they're not married. And they're booed up with someone else. And they're posting their new wedding pictures and their new boo. And I'm just like, too much maybe? But yeah, so to your point, like, do you have to put your whole life story out there? Some people want to. Some people do. And I appreciate you wanting to move in silence. I appreciate Issa wanting to move in silence. But I feel like sometimes people feel like they are obligated to their lives because they are celebrities. People feel entitled. That's the word. People feel entitled to celebrities' lives because they are celebrities. But that's similar to how I felt about Beyonce when she started like not interviewing anymore. And I just felt like she was such a
you said that before. You said that before, that you felt some type of way that she stopped sharing her business.
No, she just felt a little it's different with Beyonce. She just feel everything comes through her publicist. But Issa is different. Issa moves in silence, but Issa still speaks to her fans, but she gives that distance and she lets people know, like, you aren't going to all be up in my business, but she still connects with her fans and her people and the people that support her. And she talks with her fans, not through a publicist or a press release. So that's different. But in my opinion, that's Sab's opinion. But I like it. I love it. And I support it and I appreciate it. Christina says private is not a bad thing. You're absolutely right. Thank goodness I'm not a stan. But, you know, so I'm like one of those people, like, never mind. I feel like I'm talking too much right now. But yeah.
I love Andrea's comment. She said boundaries, right? And that's something I have learned now that I am at the ripe young age of 40, that people need to mind their business. And my business is my business. And I don't have to share my business with you just because you feel like you want to know my business, right? And I think we need to get out of that habit, right? Set boundaries that the people that matter or are the people that need to know. And if the people don't matter, then they don't need to know. You find out when everybody else finds out. So that's kind of what I'm on.
What if you post it on Facebook? What if you post it on social media? Are they still entitled to know more if they post?
No, because guess what? If I'm with Leonard, okay, this week, and I'm with Frankie next week, mind your business. Okay, be happy for me. And that's right. Be happy for me. Be like, okay, child, Leonard must done got on out of here. It's Frankie's turn. That's all I need you to worry about. Okay, mind yours. Be happy.
Worry about yourself.
That's it. Like that's where I am, like at this phase in life. Like I just feel like we need to be in people's business, and it's not for you to know. And that's how so many relationships wind up falling apart, because it becomes performative and all of that. Mind your business. Okay. When you see me doing whatever you see me doing, mind your. That's how we say in New Orleans. Someone wrote we didn't know because we're not her friends. Exactly. Kevin on stage was upset because he been trying to get invited. But yeah, I'm here for it. She looks freaking amazing.
She did. A custom-made Vera
gown.
Can I get a custom-made Vera gown? She looked
beautiful. See, Karen said we just need to be happy that people are happy. That's it. Be happy with me, and when I ain't happy no more, don't be happy. When I'm happy again, be happy. Okay, that's it.
Wait, don't say that again. Don't be happy when I'm.
Be happy when I'm happy. When I'm not happy, don't be happy. And then when I'm happy again, be happy with me again. Okay, that's it. Okay. Sandra said, just because their job is public doesn't mean they need to be obligated to tell strangers about their personal life. Period. Point blank. Moving on.
All right. So Walmart, the nation's, I want to say one of the nations, but it says the nation's largest private employer, said it's going to start paying 100% of the tuition for its full-time employees as part of its $1 billion commitment to career training and development over the next 5 years. Yeah, just you just get a one clap with me with Walmart, and I was just there. I do shop at Walmart, but I feel like I don't know if they're necessarily one of the best employers now. Just because I was checking out my own items the other day. Like it wasn't the one where people was in the short less than 5 or 10 items aisle, but it was like they were regular checkout lines where I was literally checking out my own stuff. And I'm like, is this really how you guys are cutting jobs with your employees, cutting hours with your employees? Like it was just surreal and just awkward and weird. Would
you go work at Walmart though for free education? Because like I used to, when I was teaching and they were doing like the absolute most, I used to tell them that I was gonna go work at Starbucks because Starbucks has free education. Yeah. I used to be like, I'm gonna go work at Starbucks.
it's something to consider. If that's the case, I feel like you're probably going to have to be there if you do decide to work there and you do get that free tuition. They're probably going to require that you're there for a minimum 5 years or something like that. I don't know. This is just me out thinking out loud. They're probably, or otherwise, if you aren't there for that certain amount of time, you're probably going to have to pay that monies back. So unless you plan on being there for a long time, I don't know.
I don't know. Shar says, how many people are actually full-time? I don't know. You know, that's the thing question. That might be the caveat or whatever. But I mean, I might go work 40 hours as a greeter at Walmart to pay for a doctorate. I mean, Beryl said, I ain't trying to work Christmas Eve though. I ain't trying to do that. Karen said the military has a similar plan. Girl, ain't nobody about to go. I'm not signing up for no military to get no education. I'm straight on that. I'll find another way. But yeah, I think it's very interesting though. A lot of people can use free education. So I'm here for it. I do wonder though how many people would have access to it. So if it's only like managers that are full-time or like what that looks like. But I think it's a step in the right direction, right? And Elise said, I'm sure there'll be a lot of limitations. It won't be easy. Very, very possible. But it's a step in the right direction, and we'll see what happens with that.
We should see. All right, so Dolly Parton, I will always love you. So that, yeah, get it.
Girl, if you don't hold that in, find that note, girl.
So Dolly Parton. But you knew what song I was singing.
Did I?
Yes.
Go ahead. Tell the people. Just don't sing again, but tell.
So Dolly Parton reveals that while she used the Whitney Houston song royalties, so she was the one that originally wrote the "And I Will Always Love You" that is so famously sung by Whitney Houston. She used those royalties that she still gets to this day to support a Black neighborhood in Nashville, where Kimberlin is right now. So Whitney Houston's remake, the I Will Always Love You, is probably one of the most beloved songs of all times. And Dolly Parton wrote it. And she was opening up about how she took the royalty checks from the hit ballad and poured them into the Black community in Nashville. And her quote was, she said, I bought my big office complex down in Nashville. So I thought, well, this is a wonderful place to be. I bought a property down in what was the Black area of town. It was mostly just Black families and people that lived around there. She said it was off the beaten path from 16th Avenue, which is again a Black area of town. And she said, I thought, well, I'm going to buy this place, this whole strip mall. And I thought this is the perfect place for me to be, considering it was Whitney. So how do we feel about Dolly Parton? She definitely put her money where her mouth is. And this isn't something new. She's been doing this for a while. This story just came out. I guess she was on a show and they were asking her about her royalties. And she talked about, I take this money and I pour it back into the Black community because Whitney.
I have mixed feelings. I appreciate Dolly Parton. I do feel that she is an ally. I'm not sure if I would consider her a co-conspirator, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I appreciate her and her voice. However, like you mentioned, I'm here in Nashville right now. 16th Street is actually one street over from Fisk University. We're at 1017th Avenue North, in case you're wondering. But the neighborhood is still, so it's in a mix of when you cross the tracks, you can tell the difference, right? Like literally, I was driving.
Say the word.
Like I drove, yeah, but like it's like creeping up towards this area. So the area that she's talking about is very gentrified right now, and it's like you cross the tracks and it's literally like you can see you crossed over the tracks type of thing. So what I wonder is, okay, you bought this building or you revamped whatever strip mall, blah blah blah, what have you, but did we create jobs? Did we make sure those jobs went to people in the neighborhood? Did we do something to uplift that community? Or did we just say, oh, this property is cheap, let me buy this? So I don't know the answers to any of that. It very well could be that she had a whole employment program and I don't know. But that is what I wonder about. I graduated in 2003, granted, and Nashville is like a whole new city. I get lost on the campus all the time because there are brand new areas of town like that didn't even exist when I was here. So it's really interesting like to see the neighborhood changing. But I just wonder if she really poured into the community, or is this, I bought a building because it was a cheap and upcoming area and I had the end on zoning. So I knew 10 years from now that it was going to be up and popping. So let me go ahead on and get my area now. I'm not sure. I'm kind of mixed about
it. Okay. That's fair. That's actually very fair. I don't have any rebuttal to it because I'm like, she bought this for a while ago, but then did she foresee what this neighborhood was going to be like? And that's why she was like, let me go ahead and invest in this community now.
I feel like the white people that's what they do, right? So when you watch gentrification roll out, like, because zoning comes out 10 years in advance, so I feel like they have that inside nose. So then they decide that that's when they're going to buy up all this property. So it starts way before we see it. So I just wonder. I appreciate her honoring Whitney. I appreciate her understanding that Whitney made that song famous. I appreciate all of that. I appreciate her taking the royalties and doing whatever she did in the community. I just wonder if she really understood the impact that she could have had she actually invested in the people. So,
but we don't know if she invested in the people.
I don't, but I'll do more research. Maybe we'll have an update next show or something.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So next, have you gone to any festivals or anything like that this year, Kimberlyn? Anybody in the chat room? Have you gone to anything? And the reason that I'm bringing this up is because there's a myriad of festivals going on right now. We got the Lovers and Friends Festival set for 2022 with Lauryn Hill, who's probably not going to come.
And that's so sad. She's never gonna live down the fact that she doesn't show up to stuff. She's like in the box with Cat Williams. Like, who is paying to see Cat Williams and Lauryn Hill? They not coming.
And Kanye. Like, no one wants to sit here and wait 2 hours to listen to Kanye. Anyway, they might. But yes, you make a good point. So like Rolling Loud was last weekend. Lollapalooza was last weekend. Lollapalooza was this past weekend. And if we have pictures of the crowd, I would
say, bruh.
Like,
let me say, bruh.
That is giving me like. So this was in Chicago, if you can tell by the backdrop. This was the Lollapalooza Festival, and there should be another picture in there. If not, that's fine. But are you ready to go back to festivals? And if you do, are you going? Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my gosh. So I'm sorry about the reaction, but this is just giving me heebie-jeebies looking at it because I don't want to be that close to nobody. That's just me. And I'm sorry. I should have. I'm sorry about the reaction, you guys. This is just a lot. So I know a lot of people are itching to get outside. I know a lot of people want for us to.
Oh, you're going to be itching. All right. You're going to be itching outside. All right.
We're going to have to we're trying to get back to some level of normalcy. And I think people are just.
Lakia said she going with her hazmat suit.
Yeah.
Stacey said, hell to the no. Do y'all see this picture?
It looked like a bunch of beans.
Say, bro, even before COVID, you would not have caught me at something like this. Ain't no way. I don't know. Just no. That's all I have to say. Just no.
And it seems like our community is with you, Kimberlyn. They're like, no. Super spreaders like Irma. Yeah. It's a no for me, dog. Like what? Like it's a no for me. This is crazy. If I'm going to a festival, I have to have a seat. Like I don't want to go to like a Coachella like festival where I have to stand. Like that. Like I don't want it burning. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So
now I'll tell you a festival that I would consider going to is Essence, right? Because Essence is seats.
Okay.
Like you sit down. But like for instance, the Jazz Festival in New Orleans is they said it was going to happen in October. I don't know if it's still going to happen, but any type of thing with standing room where I can at one moment have all this space and then the next moment everyone has converged, I'm straight. Yeah. I'm good. No thanks. Karen said a seat and 6 feet. Okay, that I'm gonna need no. Too much. Eek. Don't like it.
You said eek. All right. So the next, Kimberly, I'm going to go ahead and let you lead this one because I may not have the correct verbiage to say it. But my heart is always there. Sometimes I don't have the right way to articulate how I'm feeling about certain things. Oh, so we're not going to talk about.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm over here pushing the wrong button. My bad.
So rapper 29-year-old rapper, the baby, and we're not going to talk about him, but he's the springboard to what we're going to talk about, is in deep water over his homophobic and anti-HIV AIDS rhetoric. He did today come out with a final apology after weeks of...
Oh, did he? Sorry.
It was a bullcrap apology. It was a PR apology that a lot of people were just like, it's a little too late right now. But you talked about during our run of show that this can serve as an educational opportunity for those who belong to the LGBTQ community. And I was like, why do we need to teach people who belong to the LGBTQ plus community? And and you talked about the progress pride flag. And I didn't know, and I learned from you that the pride flag has gone through another evolution and another change. But help me understand, or help the community understand, why we and you were just kind of trying to figure out why the LGBTQ plus community and people who belong to this community need to be educated.
So it's not really about them being educated. It's about us being educated on who belongs to the LGBTQ plus community, right? So just to kind of give some context without quoting him verbatim, but the baby, I don't know if y'all know who he is. Okay. I can't pick homeboy out in the lineup. All right. But I know it's like, it's Lil Baby, the baby. It's a lot of them. So but babies. This particular one, the baby, DA baby, he had a concert, and at his concert, he said something to the effect of, I am not quoting him verbatim. He said something to the effect of, all of y'all out there who don't have HIV or AIDS or one of them the STDs that's gonna kill you in 2 weeks, put your lights on your phone or throw your lighters in the air, right? Then he says something like, men, to my fellas out here, if you not having oral sex with another man, put your lighters in the air, right? So it was like a very...
I'm laughing at
it caused a lot of stir. Now, the way that I heard about it is Elton John had actually tweeted about it and just denounced everything that he had said. And I was like, what is going on? Like, what happened, right? So that's how I kind of started reading up about it. Now, interestingly enough, the baby has a collaboration with Demi Lovato, and Demi Lovato has... recently subscribed to non-binary pronouns. So they and them are the pronouns that Demi Lovato uses. So Demi Lovato and the baby had a collab. So then Demi Lovato came out and was like, yeah, so right, no, this is not okay or whatever. So anyway, so he said what he had to say. Well, then people like T.I. and Boosie, Lil Boosie, came out in support of the baby. And they were like, well, I mean, he got every right to say what he want to say, blah, 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 whatever. So it's just been a lot. So what I really wanted to do was to take some time to talk about the LGBTQ plus community and this concept of the Progress Pride flag. Now, I don't have an image of the most updated one. It was just updated in June. But I do have an image of the iteration right before that. So this is a Progress Pride flag. And this is really about honoring the LGBTQ plus community. So those are the rainbow stripes that you see that we're all very familiar with. But also it has a black stripe or black chevron and then a brown chevron. So that is supposed to represent black and brown people, right? So the Progress Pride flag is really to honor people that are historically marginalized. Then you have your pink, blue, and white, and that honors the trans community and those who are non-binary.
Yeah.
So then the latest iteration has a purple circle in that white space, and that honors the intersex community. So the intersex community is what I'm going to say the word and say that we don't use this word anymore. So it's what we used to call hermaphrodite. So that word is now considered a slur, and it's actually called intersex community. So the latest iteration that came up in June was to acknowledge the intersex community. So then the chevrons that are going towards the right are showing that progress is being made. However, there's still work that needs to be done. So the reason that we bring this up is about this concept of being a co-conspirator, right? So I think you all know I do. I'm about to tell you. So you all know that I do diversity, equity, and inclusion work, right? So in diversity, equity, and inclusion, we talk about these concepts of being an ally versus a co-conspirator. So being an ally, a lot of people, for instance, during Pride Month, which is in June, will be like, I'm an ally to the LGBTQ plus community, or I'm an ally to Black people. And the same thing. So allyship is passive, right? Allyship is really about I see you, but I'm not really doing anything actively. Mm-hmm. I don't have any skin in the game. Like, I'm just like, I made my post. I put my black square up. Like, I put my rainbow flag. I changed my profile picture for the month, like whatever. Whereas co-conspiratorship is actually putting something on the line and making a concerted effort to be in the trenches with the people who are in the fight, right? Mm-hmm. Now, as we know, the LGBTQ plus community, the faces of those community are usually white. So when you talk about the intersections of people, especially when we talk about our Black trans community specifically, we've talked about this on the show before, especially Black trans women are the highest murder rate in the LGBTQ plus community. We know that suicide affects the LGBTQ plus community at an alarming rate, especially when we're talking about Black people. So there are movements within the LGBTQ plus community to be more inclusive. So somebody just said something about Jackie said about the N-word, right? So the push is now for the community to show up for us the same way that we show up for them in intersections. Mm-hmm. So it was really just an opportunity to be able to be inclusive, as Aisha said, and stop ignoring all of the foolishness and the ignorance that is out there, right? And really making sure that we're being very intentional. So easy things that we can do. Make sure that you ask people what pronouns they would like to use. If they tell you, for instance, if I said my pronouns are she and they, well, when you refer to me, then you say they said X, Y, and Z, because that's how I want to be referred to. Or if someone tells you the name that they want to be referred to by, then you call them that name. So there's this concept called dead name, and dead name is a name that is attached to a former life that they had that they no longer subscribe to. So it really is about honoring people where they are and learning how to be a better co-conspirator with other people. So that is what this concept is. So if you hear, people saying things, correct them on that. And the Progress Pride flag, again, is a place that includes us as Black and brown people. So just wanted to kind of share that as it was spurred by the baby's ignorance.
Thank you for that, Kimberlyn. Like, I always learn something new with the show. I didn't know that there was another iteration of the Progress flag. And I will say that it's probably going to take not a while, but it's just going to take some relearning. Like, I don't say the entire LGBTQIA. I know it's more than LGBTQ.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not going to say the entire. Maybe it's just going to be relearning to figure out to say that entire line or. But yeah, I think this is great. And it's you always want to learn new things and not be the ignorant person that a 20 something is. Like I when I first heard this story, I'm just like, I don't care anything about a 20 something and how he thinks, but a lot of people out there do. And,
and as Tracy's saying in the comments, there is a lot of controversy, again, within the community, right? And how people show up for us as Black people. So I think it's important for us to know what is happening so that we can hold people accountable, right? So it is, so it's going both ways, because it is, Tracy said something about the LGBTQ plus community can be very explicative or exploitive, sorry. And they can, right? So then how do we hold them accountable to advocating for us as well? So definitely encourage you all to do some research and really, jump into what that advocacy might look like, especially for those of us who live in Black and brown bodies.
I want to say more to that. You're right. They can be exclusionary because the face, they can be exclusionary when it comes to Black and brown bodies. They absolutely can. But we won't ruminate on that. Maybe for another show. Maybe we'll have someone on the show to help educate us on that. And
that might be a good thing, Sab. Let's look into that.
All right. So the next is we always have to do COVID-19 updates, or should we start calling it Delta variant updates? So for vaccinated people, if you are vaccinated, one of the less than 50% as of July 15th, people who are fully vaccinated people, you are well protected from the severe disease that could be caused by this new Delta variant that we talked about. You can still catch COVID-19, but your symptoms may be mild and the risk of transmission may be low. This is just according to my research. However, everything is evolving every day, you guys. The U.S. is in a precarious position with half the people vaccinated, with half the population vaccinated. And again, as of July 15th, in my research, because I work at a healthcare company, so I see all of these things and see all the research. Yeah, less than 50% have been vaccinated. And I just wanted to implore you, if you still, not still, but we always tell you to just be protected, stay safe, wear your mask, do your social distancing, wash your hands, do what needs to be done to protect you and yours. And I just wanted to list out a couple of, I don't want to call these, they're kind of, what's the word that I want to use? Sad stories, bad stories. They're, what's the word that help me, you guys? They're like, okay. All right. So COVID-19, I just want you guys to know that, like, just remember that, like, I'm looking at the notes here. Okay. So yes, there was a California man that said he didn't get the vaccine and he ended up dying on it. He dying from it. He was on social media talking about basically making fun of the disease, and he ended up dying for it. So it did a Tennessee man. He ended up dying from it. A Tennessee radio show host. He ended up dying from it. They were all just like not really thinking it was a what do you call that? A fake news type of a disease, but they both died from it, guys.
And it's also been a lot of people like mayors and governors and stuff that are making the vaccine mandatory. So I heard Mayor Cantrell in New Orleans, Netflix, and
Netflix, Google, Facebook are all requiring vaccinations for their employees and their actors. And I'm like,
yeah.
So I have to agree with Charlemagne on this one. And the Breakfast Club, they mentioned that they aren't advocates of this or supporters of this until it's FDA approved. You can't force people to put stuff into their bodies. I am an advocate of that. I support that. Like, I support getting the vaccine, but I am not in support of you forcing people to get the vaccine at their place of employment in order for them to come back to the job. Gosh, I just know that this is going to be a snowball effect for a lot of employees, a lot of hospital employees. I see, like here in Texas, Baylor, Scott and White are requiring their hospital employees to get the vaccine. And I'm like, until it's FDA approved, why are you forcing people to do that? But I get it. They are amongst a lot of compromised people as hospital employees, but this is going to create a snowball effect where a lot of employers are going to require this. And
that's possible.
We talked about this earlier about the likelihood of this happening and this is ever evolving. This is ever changing. And I'm just wondering how we're going to move through this.
It's really interesting to watch. Irma said, aren't children vaccinated before they start school? Yes. However, those vaccines, they are.
No.
What you mean?
Children aren't, because most children aren't able to get the vaccine yet.
She's not talking about COVID. She's talking about vaccines, period. Yes, children are vaccinated before they start school. But COVID, yes, they are, girl. I'm a teacher. I'm not talking about the COVID vaccine, Sab. I'm talking about regular vaccines. Yes, children have to get vaccines to go to school. However, the COVID vaccine is not FDA approved. Therefore, they cannot require that children have the COVID vaccine or that anybody have the COVID vaccine until it's FDA approved. So that is the question about it. And it is, somebody said, like healthcare workers, it should be mandatory. Tracy said that. So I think it's really interesting and something to watch because people seem to be going in that direction, and there's been talk about it before. So as always, we encourage you to make sure you're doing your research, make the best choice for you. And pay attention if you hear buzz or whatever in your company that is saying that you do have to get it or something like that, just to see where they are with this. So
I agree with you, Irma. I saw her comment. I feel the same way. She was like, yeah. So yeah, I feel the same way, Irma.
So let's jump into our. Let's jump into our Black Lives Matter section, because we have an interesting story that came up out of North Carolina, a car dealership. Do you want to tell the people what happened?
Yeah, certainly. A young woman by the name of Trinity Bethune purchased her first car. You're excited, right? You're 21 years old. You purchased your first car. You're super excited. You're super stoked, right? And when she purchased her car, the dealership took a picture of her just to showcase her on social media. Like, hey, look at Trinity. Her name is Trinity, and look at her. She got her new car. Congratulate her. Excited, right? But no, that's not what they said. They said congratulations to Bonquisha on her new 20. I don't see it here. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it. It's really small.
On her 2016 Toyota Camry. Okay. So she responded and she said, I'm not sure if this is a joke or something, but my name is definitely Trinity Bethune. I'm very offended by this post. It's almost a racial slur. If I'm not addressed by my name, then please don't address me at all, she wrote. So one of the things that we were wondering about, and I had told Sab about this, that I saw someone post.
Well, wait. Well, why is this a slur? They called her Bonquisha before we get to so they called her Bonquisha. Bonquisha is a slur in the Black community, right? It's a slur. What kind of a slur is it? It's meant to demean women who are stereotyped.
Ghetto, extra, whatever the stereotypes are. Right. So then somebody had made a post and they were like, well, we call white women that we don't know or whatever who exhibit certain behaviors Karens. So is that a slur? So I thought that really interesting that that was the post that was made, and it kind of made me stop and pause, because I'm like, we do throw Karen around very freely, right? So then should white people be empowered to throw Bonquisha around very freely? So yeah.
Heck no. Like when you said that, I was like, no, let me do some research on this. And no, Karen is not a slur. Karen is, I looked it up, Karen is a pejorative term for a woman seeming to be entitled or demanding beyond the scope of what is normal. The term also refers to the memes depicting white women who use their privilege to demand their own way. I just saw one just 2 days ago of a white woman trying to demand her own. That's a Karen to me. That's not a slur.
So, but so Tracy's point, this is what I said to you on the call prepping for this. I said, but white women find Karen to be a slur.
They find it to be a slur because they need to find the argument in everything. That's just Sab's opinion. They need to find the argument. They need to be the contrarian in everything. So
it's not their name though.
They're acting like a Karen. I know. I see.
So then Stacy says, how did she present herself at the dealership? I don't know. Did she go in there, acting a certain way that would cause her to be able to be labeled that way? I don't know. Jackie said they find Karen to be a slur simply because they don't like living with labels. Christina said the picture is her at the dealership in her work uniform. I'm just presenting the other side.
I appreciate it. Yeah, and I like that. I like that you're presenting a variant opinion, but like they're gonna say that they consider it a slur just because they're just gonna say it because they don't like it. They're just gonna say it because I'm laughing because I'm like, this is ridiculous.
It's like, I'm just saying, if we calling them Karen, should they be able to call us Bonquisha? Tracy said Karen is not a compliment. No, it's not. Karen is definitely a negative term that we ascribe to certain types of white people.
We don't use Karen. We don't use Karen to. Karen isn't used to inflict any harm against a different race or different community. Karen, I don't think it's inflicted to demean or castigate or
I disagree. No, we don't weaponize Karen in that moment. One of our viewers, her name is Karen, and I be feeling bad every time my name come up because honey, we done told Karen into the ground. Okay, we done told Karen into the ground. Karen trying to change her name because now her whole name is associated with foolishness. I'm just saying, gosh. It's something for us to think about, right? As Tracy said, it's a slur to the receiver. So we need to be very intentional about the way that we utilize our words and what we do. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. So it's a question. Should white people be able to call us Bonquisha?
But she didn't.
We'll see.
Never mind. Why you do this thing?
It's just something to think about. I'm just saying, it's just something to think about. So anyway, we do want to make sure that we get our mental health moment in today, because there has been a lot of buzz that is going on in the community. I don't know if you all watch the Olympics. But our sis, Simone Biles, has been all over the news. She had pulled out of the team all-around competition, citing mental health concerns. She said that she had lost her air awareness when she was doing her vault and just didn't feel comfortable moving forward. So she stepped out. The 4 other team members went on to win silver. She also didn't participate in some of her individual competitions, but I did hear today that she is going to participate, I want to say, in balance beam, maybe. So she is going to participate in a competition this upcoming week. but it caused a lot of stir because a lot of people, there are two sides of it. So some people were saying, you know, well, she's a professional and she should conduct herself as such. And then others were like, well, no, she has every right to take care of herself. Then we also know that Naomi Osaka had pulled out of her competitions recently, again, citing mental health concerns. And it is a thing right now where some of our athletes are really seeking to be seen as people, right? And especially our Black women are really looking to be able to exist without this perfectionist spirit that is oftentimes placed upon them. So we kind of wanted to talk about what you all do in order to eradicate the stereotypes that are placed on us of being strong, of being resilient, of prioritizing other people over ourselves, creating this idea that we have to show up and be better than, and, you know, all of that. How do you incorporate rest into your life so that you can push back against those types of expectations that are placed on us as Black people? Something else I wanted to mention was a lot of the posts that were going around with Simone Biles said things like, she's gotten this many medals and she's earned this and she's done that and she deserves this rest. And it's like, do we have to deserve rest? Right? Last show, we talked about being enough and being worthy, just as we are. I shouldn't have to run myself into the ground before I earn my rest, right? So what do you all do to incorporate rest and ease into your lives so that you can fight back against that expectation? What do you do, Sam?
Yeah, I think you have to have a good tribe or a good support system surrounding you, just because if I were on the level of a Naomi or Simone, you're going to get a lot of pressure and a lot of heat. And I think that her coming back is the result. I personally think that her coming back is the result of the pressure that she got, feeling pressure to come back because of her dropping out. And I hate that for her. Like literally, like she's been doing this on, she's competed on a broken foot, a broken toe. So I think she said what she said last week when she dropped out. It's like, I'm just tired. I have a lot going on. She didn't say this verbatim, but essentially she had a lot going on and she was just tired. And she has a bunch of medals and she just wanted to take a moment, and she just felt like, I just wanted to make sure that you guys are able to win what you need to win, and let me just take a step back. And I think she was just feeling pressure. So I think you need a good friend or a good girlfriend or a good guy friend to be that cheerleader in your corner, to affirm that you don't necessarily need to, you don't owe us anything. Like, you don't owe America anything.
Yeah,
like,
anybody. You owe yourself, right? And I think that's that thing, is we forget, like, we owe ourselves. I thought Phaedra's comment was interesting, schedule it. I actually was just talking with my therapist about this the other day, because I have a tendency to want to make so much impact that I will say yes to things in the moment, but then when it comes time, you know, months down the road, I'm like, I don't want to do that. So what I was telling her is I really want to intentionally schedule blank space in my calendar so that I don't put myself in a position where I'm burning the wick at both ends, right? So I thought that was really interesting to do. Linda said it's an act of leadership in knowing yourself, right? So really taking the time to actually get to know yourself and know what that looks like. Lakia said meditating and self-care Sundays, international vacation once a year, from everything to experience a new culture, reset from the norm. Karen said listening to music, talking with friends, and sometimes she eats ice cream. So I think it's really important for us to remember that we need to do this. Oh, Beryl says silent Sundays. So I don't know if I had told y'all, I used to do phone fasts, and I'm going to start doing them again. So I would every Tuesday, and I don't know why Tuesday, but yeah, every Tuesday I wouldn't talk on the phone. So I wouldn't talk on the phone. I wouldn't text. And I would just tell my friends, like, if you're going to die, you can't do it on Tuesday because I can't help you. So you need to either do it on Monday or Wednesday, or later in the week, because if you die on Tuesday, I can't come because I'm not answering the phone. But it created so much peace. It just seemed like a lot of things were popping off on Tuesdays. And so for me, that was something that was helpful. So that might also be something that's helpful for you all. But really thinking about what that looks like to truly incorporate that rest and ease into your life, and make that radical choice for you so that you're really able to take care of yourself, because if we don't take care of ourselves, y'all, we can't help anybody else. And I know we say that all the time, but like in real life, that's what we need to happen.
Yeah, and they treat them like commodities. So you have to remember that, like, especially when you're in certain positions like this, you have to remember you're a commodity for them. So you have to take care of yourself first, and you have to be your own best advocate. And I love how Simone and Naomi are paving the way for other women to do the same, because essentially that's why Simone Biles felt compelled to do it, because of Naomi. So I appreciate, and they're both like super young, right? They're not like 30 somethings, they're 40 somethings.
They're in their 20s. Yeah. Christina said, like Beyonce, boundaries. Shout out.
You gotta meet Beyonce one day. Christina. You gotta feel like that.
She done met Michelle Obama, so I'm sure Beyonce will be next. Okay, so real quick. And I have to remember, you almost let me forget my big announcement. So we wanted to do our beautiful brown girl spotlight, and shout out to Jamaica. Where's Jamaica? Okay, if y'all Jamaican out there, part Jamaican,
I say whatever.
Shout yourself out.
Is that like insulting?
I don't speak the patois. I don't know. Okay. But if you are Jamaican, go ahead and shout yourself out in the comments. We wanted to give a
flag in there if you're Jamaican.
Yes, we wanted to give a shout out to the women of Jamaica. They are out here doing amazing things. And in the Olympics, this year is Jamaica's Elaine Thompson-Herah. She broke FloJo's 33-year-old record in the women's 100 meter with a time of 10.61 seconds.
Like 10.7 or 10.71. I think it was like 10. I don't know how you.
Yeah, and if you see in the picture, she was pointing, so she wasn't even like running the last few steps or whatever. So it's like if she would have kept running full throttle, like what would that have looked like for her? Like, oh my God, it's so crazy. But Jamaica actually swept the 100 meter, and they are just out there showing out. So we just really wanted to highlight Jamaica, and this FloJo's record was 33 years old. Like, that is freaking amazing. So shout out to these ladies who really did their thing in the Olympics, and swept that thing, honey, for brown girls all across the world.
Okay. Right. We got a couple people in the room.
We got some shout outs out here in the comments. Yes. So again, shout out to them. They did a phenomenal job, and smashed it. And
Sha'Carri, I don't remember her last name, Richardson, gave them a shout out also on Twitter. So
she did.
Yeah, so I liked seeing that. I love.
Yeah, she did. So real quick, y'all, we want to make sure that you all are connected to us in all of the ways that matter. So definitely want to make sure that you have liked our Facebook page, Beautiful Brown Girls, that you've joined our Facebook group, Beautifully Shaded, that you have followed us on Instagram at Beautifully Shaded and on Twitter at Beautiful Brown U. And we want to make sure that you have connected with us on our members network, y'all. again, this is a place where we are able to be free from the algorithms, be our beautiful brown selves, free from all the things trying to hold the brown girl down. Okay. So make sure you go to members.beautifulbrowngirls.com so that you can see all the amazing things that we are doing all across the country, and even in Japan. We had one of our BBG members from Japan was on here today. So definitely want to make sure that you all are connected to us there. And Sab, please tell the people where they can find you.
Yes, please. You can hit me up on sabjackson.com. I'm actually working on a new website for my podcast, but yes, you can support me there. All of my platforms are there, LinkedIn. Can I also say someone reached out to me on LinkedIn because of a podcast episode that I did on her, and I was just like, so that means I got to keep going. I am going to keep going. And I really appreciated her reaching out to me about that. So yes, sabjackson.com. All of my social handles are there. My preference is that if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn or on Twitter. All of my platforms are there. What about yourself, Kimberly?
Oh my gosh, y'all, I have a really big announcement.
Yes, we have an announcement.
I have on my new shirt. It is called Minding My Black Ass Business. Okay, so I have been talking about this forever, and I have finally launched my new site. It's called Minding My Black Ass Business. Okay, and I have shirts, I have masks, and I also am going to be launching my new podcast, Minding My Black Ass Business, on August 8th. And I'm choosing 8 because 8 is a number of new beginnings. And y'all, I'm about to launch into an amazing chapter. It's about to be so nuts. Like you just don't August even 8th? Understand.
Or September 8th.
Yes.
Okay, August, so what is it about? Can you give us a brief
I'm about to tell you.
Okay,
you keep interrupting me.
I'm excited for you.
I know. So Minding My Black Ass Business is all about, it's about 2 things. So one, it's about my journey to Pennsylvania and what got me here, what happened while I was here. And also I am about to set out on international travels, y'all. I am about to be traveling the world. So Minding My Black Ass Business is going to be all about all the places that I'm going while I am what? Minding my black ass business. Okay, so if you want to get some merch, go to mindingmybblackassbusiness.com. And there you can see the merchandise. I have my Insta page up, and all of that. And then next Sunday, I think it is, I'm going to have my first episode where I will kind of share the backstory of how this all got started. So super excited, would love the Beautiful Brown Girl family support on that. So that's one place you can find me. You can also find me on my website, KimberlyJackson.com, and on Instagram at KimberlyJ, and at what?
mindingmybblackassbusiness.com. Wait, it's literally mindingmybblackassbusiness.com?
Yes.
Wow. Yes. I'm just like the ass. It's just, I'm sorry to curse. I'm sorry. Arse. I said arse first. It's just
ass is a donkey. It's in the Bible.
It's an Oh, I didn't know that.
That's what we used to say in church so we could curse. But yes, that is the website, mindingmybblackassbusiness.com. So y'all are the first people that I am introducing into
exclusive.
Come visit. Yes. So I got an invite to Japan. Okay, so I can mind my black ass business. Yes. So y'all, I can't wait. Like when I tell you I'm so excited, like this is next level. Like this is gonna be so awesome. So definitely would love for you all to support. And I'll keep talking about it every time we come together because, oh my God, it's going to be so amazing. So that's where you can find me. And as you always know, you can find us here every other week here on Brownversations.
The community is supporting you, Kimberly. Oh my God, the community, I love it. I'm so excited. I love it.
So we'll be back with our next show, y'all, on August 16th. Same time, same place. Not sure where I'll be during that time, but I'll be somewhere coming to you all. So thank you for your congratulations. Love you all so much. Thank you all for always being so supportive. We just truly appreciate it and never take it for granted. So definitely want to thank you all. Absolutely. We will see y'all next time. Promise all the hugs, kisses, love, smooches, all the things. Bye, y'all.